Hi, this is Chris with CodeChris.com, and let's talk about the genuineness and honesty in a business. So one of the things that I really want to be modifying, and I have started modifying with CodeChris.com versus my original company, Marlowe Animation, when I was doing my sole proprietorship for animation, one thing I always tried to do was conduct myself almost like a corporation mindset, right? In the sense of everything I would say or do, I would try to keep it as, I don't want to say as PC as possible, but I did try and create a certain filter, right? I did not try to incorporate my opinions. I kept everything as, as a professional. These are the things that I am viewing and noticing, and this is what you should expect. And those come from, my experience. But the way things have changed now with Code Chris, really when I'm marketing, a portion of it is me, right? Really, a portion of it is selling myself. And so there needs to be some transparency there, some genuineness there, that when I show a video, when I write a comment or whatever, it's me talking and not just me throwing out a bunch of fluff as far as, not really taking a stance or opinion on anything in particular, because I don't want to isolate people. But really what I do want to do, and that is kind of the case, is you do want to form an opinion. You do want to state that, because your like-minded audience will start to come towards you, and that's something that essentially, those are the customers that I want. Those are the people that I would be searching out for on my own, right? So that's something that I'm kind of tweaking and working on, because on the other hand, you always still do want to remain professional. For example, I've had instances in the past where I might have had a client who was upset or whatever the case was, and they may not conduct themselves in the most professional manner, right? And they may use certain words and language that you don't deem appropriate or you would expect in the workplace. With that, I think you should always take the higher road, and this is what I did. Always conduct yourself in the most professional manner possible. If somebody's upset, you still remain calm. You do not get emotional about any situation. You conduct everything with facts, based on your experience. Try to see what they're really needing or requesting, or what you can do to remedy their situation. And in some cases, it might be that you might have to cancel a project, but you do what you got to do. And that's one thing that I did take away from my previous sole proprietorship that I'm bringing over to my new one. And I think the difference though is now is my platform, and what I plan on doing with it is a lot more flexible as far as where I plan on going with it. And also, I've got a few different ideas in mind, but a portion of this is really selling Code Chris or Code Chris M as that entity, and that needs to be a portion of me showing the clear and honest version of myself, that people aren't like, oh, this is just some business, it's just kind of whatever. I think one thing that people don't trust is people distrust large corporations. What we do trust is when people are trying to make money, but we realize that what they're doing is genuine and something that they're passionate about. So with that being said, that's kind of the route that I'm trying to take. It is a little bit uneasy for me because I am not the biggest on social media. I am not the main guy that is on Facebook all the time. So there's some things I'm going to have to be adjusting to sort of make this work. And of course, to make the business work, that's a portion of it is for SEO. You really have to do a lot of that heavy lifting stuff. That's just kind of what I've been thinking about in regards to being a business, being transparent, being honest, and sort of communicating with the customer on a different basis. Now, at this moment, what I'm doing is I'm setting up an audience, setting up a platform, setting up an infrastructure that I can create from and build from, and a lot of that's the initial foundation, that initial foundation that I'm going to build this house upon. I'd like to know what your thoughts are in big businesses, small businesses, ones that you don't really care. I mean, and there's another question too, right? So sometimes companies are on social media, like there's like Taco Bell or White Castle or whatever the case is. I don't really understand how a company works with those kind of things. So I was asking my cousin, how exactly does a company work on social media, right? So in regards to that, that's one thing that I've been trying to figure out. But that's for another video. We'll wrap it up here. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.